Do you feel like you're going to break up with your partner every month before your period starts? Well, what if I told you it's not just PMDD or the luteal phase causing this? Your attachment style plays a huge role in this monthly cycle as well. Let me explain. The luteal phase doesn't create random problems or situations. It really just amplifies them. So if you have an insecure attachment style, it's going to increase the intensity during your luteal phase, okay? Let's first talk about what the attachment styles are and how that's going to reflect during your luteal phase. So the first attachment style is secure, okay? You grew up with parents who responded to your needs, made you feel worthy of love and attention regardless of if you're having a good or bad day. So you grow up with a secure attachment, feeling that, people are reliable, you're safe to express yourself and, you will be attended to, okay? And the next one is an anxious attachment style. Now, most of these people as a child had some sense of abandonment or perceived abandonment, which could look like, someone, a parent passing away, going to jail, or literally leaving, or not attending to you. When you needed something and you felt alone or dismissed or rejected, okay? The next attachment style is dismissive avoidant. Now, as a child, most people with dismissive avoidant attachment were neglected. So that can look like actual neglect where, you didn't get food and stuff like that. But usually it's some type of emotional neglect where the parent did not come when you cried. They told you to shut up when you was crying. And you just felt like emotions make me weak. Who cares about my emotions? I might as well just suppress them because no one cares anyway. And last but not least is the fearful avoidant. Now, most people with this style had big T trauma as a child. Their parent was mentally ill or used substances, were abusive, and it causes this really hot and cold dynamic where, maybe when mom was sober, she was loving and sweet and things were amazing. You loved it. But then when she got intoxicated, she was abusive or, mean or whatever. So it gives you this feeling of wanting love, but also being fearful of it too. Okay. So it's hot and cold flip flop. All right. So if you have one of these attachment styles during the luteal phase, if you're anxious, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, he's going to leave me. Everything I say is getting on his nerves. He doesn't love me anymore. If you're dismissive, you're going to be like, oh, get out of my face. Why am I even with him? He disgusts me. He annoys me. Like everything he does irritates you. If you're fearful, then you're going to be back and forth. One minute you want him next to you and cuddle, and the next you're like, oh, get away from me. I need space. Why are you touching me? And it's going to be this very confusing back and forth, okay? Now, when you actually heal your attachment style, say if something that triggers you when you're normal is at a 4, but when you're in luteal, it's at a 10. So if you take that normal trigger and take it down to a 0 or a 1, that gives you a new baseline. So now when luteal comes, instead of it being a 10, it'll only be a 3 or a 4, okay? It'll really bring down that intensity. And then there's other inner work that you can do to really bring that, even during the luteal phase, bring that down even more, okay? So that is why it's important to heal our trauma, to discover our core wounds, limited beliefs, and emotional blocks, because it will greatly impact the intensity level of our symptoms during this time, okay? That's why I created 5 free journaling prompts that I actually use to help me discover what are my core wounds, what are these limited beliefs keeping me stuck in toxic cycles. These are free, okay? If you want those, put prompts down in the comments and I will get those to you, or check out the link in my description, okay? Also, I have my $7 workbook. It's called Life Blocks Decoded. Now, after you discover what are these core wounds, what are these emotional blocks, it's literally only $7 to help you walk through and reframe each one of these core wounds and limited beliefs. But don't leave, because I'm going to give you a really good tip to rewire your subconscious mind right in this video, okay? Now let's talk a little bit about how to actually rewire the subconscious mind to heal your attachment style, to make you be more secure, okay? Now this can work for any of the insecure attachment styles. For one, let me say this, the conscious mind speaks in words. The subconscious mind does not speak in words, it speaks in images and emotions, okay? So simply saying an affirmation and repeating the same thing is not going to rewire your subconscious. You have to add an emotion and an image to that affirmation, okay? Another good tip is to record yourself saying the affirmations, only like a 1 minute, 2 minute recording, if even that, okay? Saying these affirmations, you can put it on a loop to make it 1 minute, and then while you're listening to this, pull up actual memories from your life. So, say if your core wound is, I'm not worthy of love, I'm just not worthy, then you will find memories in your life where you felt worthy. It could be simple, easy things like, I was a good friend. My friend told me they were thankful for how I helped them, or I was in this positive relationship, or this time where my parents were really good to me. Whatever it is, think of that time, feel that positive emotion while you're listening to your affirmations, okay? And it's actually been studied that if you do this for 21 days, new neural pathways will start to form with this new core belief. All right. And the brain is a use it or lose it type of organ. So if you do this over time, that old core belief that I'm not worthy will start to disappear. Okay. So do this for 21 days. Make sure you incorporate the image, the emotion, and if you can, recording your own voice, and let me know how that works for you after 21 days, okay? And if you want to do deeper inner work around this topic, make sure you stay tuned because I'm going to be doing the next 4 pillars of how to heal your attachment style. This was just the first pillar, okay, guys, which is awareness, identifying the core wound or limited belief, all right? That's always the first step. If you want some more info about my offers, my freebies, all the wonderful things I have for you guys when it relates to luteal phase, PMD, mindset, feminine energy, check out this description below or just engage with me, guys. Let me see you in the comments. Let me know how these tips worked for you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.